So, as you will all have seen from last week, I recently finished the first season of SSS Class Revival Hunter, or the SSS Class Hunter who needs to die to live, whichever name you really want to go with. And, well, we're here to talk about it. So, let's get into it. Overall, in case none of you want to watch the full length of the video, I really enjoyed it, which you'll have gathered if you've been watching my reactions to it, which will be on hiatus for the next 2 weeks while I catch up to ORV. It's really good. Initially, it was, as you'd expect from a fantasy kind of webtoon. It's got like a tower with skills and stuff, and it's kind of generic. But when it starts getting into it, it's really good. It has its own unique flair, its unique twists. It does feel very much like ORV in a sense. So if you're a fan of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, you will be a big fan of, well, the series we're talking about today, SSS Class, which is what I'll refer to it just for the sake of convenience. Our main character, Gongja, is really interesting because he starts out as a complete loser. And I mean a complete loser. He is irredeemably just a loser. He's just a whiny bitch. But hey, look, because of his whining, he gets a skill card that only triggers when he dies and lets him copy a skill of the person who killed him. So it's useless. Until the person that kills him has a skill that lets him come back to life 24 hours before he was killed. And so the story begins, and you understand the premise. And basically this is how it's going on. He trains, he ends up with more skills that help him train, specifically the Sword Emperor in particular. And we also get introduced to a bunch of characters and a bit more about the world of the tower and also the flaws within the tower and the world that they are taking from. Again, I told you it's got some unique flair. Not a whole lot, at least in terms of the concept of the tower, but it's there. It mainly comes to Gongja and his skills, really. Because the punishment for his revival skill is he has to relive the trauma of the thing that killed him. Which is interesting, because you actually get to learn a bit about these, random mob enemies, but also about the big bads. Which is quite cool, I think. And obviously, as the story progresses, all the way up until the end of Season 1, which is where I'm at now, Gongja is now a Chad. He's a baller. He's really, really cool. He's gone from being a complete little bitch to, him, right? Which is really good. It's been a really nice development to watch happen over time. He's still got a long way to go in terms of, power and all of this, but he's come a long way as a person, and that's really nice. And it's thanks to the people around him, but mainly his own personal convictions to not let anybody die that has caused him to develop so much. It's really good stuff. I genuinely do recommend you go read this story. The art's also really good. I don't really want to talk too much about it right now because I don't want to spoil anything, but it is really good. It's going to have been a very short video, but SSS Class Revival Hunter / Suicide Hunter / SSS Class Hunter who has to die to live is very, very, very good. I sincerely recommend you go check it out if it sounds like your cup of tea. Anyway, the way, I've been Animosity, you've been you, and I hope it's time for another video at the tar. Bye now.